Hey, what's up, guys? We are at the end of the Rochester Regional post-crossover breakers, and who do we have with us here today?
Nick MacLaurin from Canada.
Nice, and what did you do today?
I came third with Maliss.
Very nice. How are you liking Maliss now?
Maliss feels very good. I am an ex-10-5 player, and it's nice to be on a deck that plays Shifter and things.
Great. Before we get into the list, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, big shout out to Rob, the Maliss engineer, the man who made the list. Shout out to all of the council. I know they helped make the list as well with a lot of testing.
Matt.
Okay, shout out Matt. Shout out everybody that came. Shout out Alex, Justin, Tim, everybody. Shout out my mom.
Ooh.
Let's go. And shout out Rob's mom. Shout out everybody's
Shout
mom.
out all the moms.
Everybody's mom gets a shout out. And shout out to the other people from Niagara as well.
Wonderful.
And Dolly's Niagara.
All right, how many in the main deck? Let's see it.
40 cards.
Of course.
So, 4 Maliss names, 3 cats, 3 dormouse, 3 rabbits. You play all of them because you only have so many engine cards.
I was gonna say some people were like maybe one
Some
or
people
two
are
on
one
the.
or 2 cats. It just 2-card combos really well, and it FTKs, and then you can draw into side cards. So, I like it for that. Outside of the Maliss main deck monsters, Dotscaper, you send it off Red Ransom when you banish it. It just turns into 2 bodies. It's a Cybers deck that climbs. And then you have Code of Soul as well. You play Terahertz in this deck, so it is just the send-off Terahertz to make a firewall on the opponent's turn.
Do you like Code of Soul? And was it good for you all day?
It was good. There was actually one time where I drew it, and it was an extender because it just summons itself when there's a Maliss body, or sorry, when there's a Link monster. So I know that a lot of players in the council at one point were playing 3 of this just because it helps beat hand traps, especially if you get Lancet. I only got Lancet once today, so
There we go.
did what it had to do. And then we have 3 Field Spell. Field Spell is very good, and also a 3 of an engine, so you play it because there's only so many cards. Now for the pseudo engine, you are on Gold Sark, you are on Called By, you are on Double Allure.
How did you like the double allure?
God, Allure feels like smoking crack.
So why 2 over 3?
Just because like it doesn't do it on its own, like you can't just open Allure, so it's nice to have.
Not enough targets.
Yeah, like all of these cards help play through hand traps. Sometimes this can not do what you want it to do, or this can be interruption, this can get you into something, so it's good to have. I'd love to play more of it, but as of right now, it just is what it is.
Was good though.
It was good. Oh yeah.
You didn't feel like it played into
Right.
Droll or
Well,
anything
even-
today or anything?
No, like the deck, you've searched like one time in Engine, so it doesn't really matter if you get drolled. Obviously, it's unfortunate if you Allure early and get drolled, but
Even then, people are just hand lipping themselves.
yeah,
So
like they're
bad.
just throwing cards. And then
Those aren't Maliss cards.
They might as well be Maliss cards.
So tell me, how do you like this Sky Striker engine in Maliss?
Resolving Engage is like smoking crack.
What are you doing tonight, Nick?
Resolving Engage, it's cheaper than crack. I will. It's just, I don't know, anytime you play the deck and you get 2 bodies before you commit to anything, you're unhand trappable. Like there was a time in testing recently where I played through 4 hand traps.
Really? So it's mainly for the hand trappage, not even for like
Yeah,
breaking boards or
and,
anything?
Like, as Rob always says, which is funny, if you just start Engage and they're blind, they're just going to throw hand traps at it, and it just doesn't matter. Or they're going to imperm your Kagari, because who cares?
See, what's even better is when you engage for drones and Kagari, and then they get the Kagari. Because the Kagari on board is already a body to beat a hand trap.
Yeah.
So they waste a hand trap on the Kagari, and then you already have a body to beat a hand trap on the Dormouse or
Like,
something.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also draw into it late. You just end on Terahertz with most combos. So if you draw into it off your cat or your Allure draws, or your binder draw, you can just activate it and set Widow Anchor and draw a card if you have 3 spells. If not, you just get another interruption.
Definitely was high value though today.
Yeah, it always felt good. It was either baiting hand traps or it was helping me play through stuff, and every one of my opponents laughed when I activated it, which was another really nice part. You play 1 Widow Anchor just because it's a really good card into Ryzeal, which I only played once. Shout out Justin Hine. Yeah, so you can lead with this to get bodies, or you can lead with it to beat something going second. It's a very strong package. I would highly recommend playing it, unless you're playing against me. Play worse turns.
Would you call this Striker Maliss, or would you still just call it Maliss?
If you want to clickbait the title, it's Striker Maliss. Outside of that, Druis Worms, Interruption, but also it's just bonkers. It helps you play through hand traps on your turn, it helps you play through hand traps on the opponent's turn. It's stupid.
No Magnuma?
No, I'm glad you brought it up. The main reason is it's just like an Unchained where you really just want the Druid's Worm. So if you Magnamut something and then you activate Mag, and on the off chance, whatever the case is, they ash it or you have been drolled or whatever the case is, you don't get Druid's Worm access.
Because of Rise in particular, you want Druid's Worm against Rise, because the next engine can't out-detonate her, so you have to see either Widow Anchor or Druid's Worm to do it. So rather than play Magnamut and flame the things, you just play Druid's Worm just to have it right away for this.
And it gives you that turn as well.
So good against Ryzeal, man. So
Feels great. Hand traps. 3 Ash Blossom. It's good, and a heated target. Unfortunate.
Did you play any Snake Eye today?
Woohoo! I played one guy and he heated it.
Oh, okay.
how did you like the shifter now that, because I heard some people not wanting to main shifter this format because of Ryzeal?
Reasonable, but this helps you beat Ryzeal. If you're going second, it's
Still good into Ryzeal, yeah.
It's almost better, like it's better you going first than it is you going second, because you do still struggle inherently going second with this deck, but you can just make people pass, and it keeps them off so much in Ryzeal. So I really like it, plus a lot of their cards in hand, that you can't summon them because they send it right for cost. So they go really low on extenders when you do that. Outside of that, 3 impermanents. Woo! 3 impulse. This deck plays darks.
How did you like Impulse?
Insane.
In this format, yeah.
Insane.
Still insane.
It cuts you off of Dotscaper and
The Firewall bounce.
and Firewall Dragon. That's like it. Play Impulse, dear God. Fuwalos is not the best card in that set.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people just saying like they're gonna cut Impulse and Shifter, but I feel like that might have been a bit too early when it's a very wide open format still.
Maybe after a ban list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Depends, especially if Maliss starts to like really perform as well. Less shifter makes sense. You don't want to shifter your opponent hand loop for one, but just wait till the standby phase. They'll do it in drop phase.
Impulse is also like one of the best hand traps in the mirror match, too.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like impulsing in the mirror?
Any of the link 3s is going to keep
Yeah, any
them
of the
off
link
so
3s
many
still, yeah.
bodies. If they're barely extending, you can hit one of the graveyard names, but I mean, even then, like, just hitting the link 3s is phenomenal.
Sounds good.
I impulsed a, what's it called? Phalanx. I impulsed your Phalanx, and it was hilarious because it doesn't return. It special summons in the next standby phase, and I impulsed your Phalanx, and it was hilarious. And we all laughed, and we both topped, so nobody's mad. And then GWC, MTP, TB11. You just play one of each. There was times where they were testing more of this just to help beat hand traps, but let's play 1 and 1 and 1. The deck eats hand traps alive. So.
Can you give me secrets?
Extra deck. Woohoo! Striker token. 1 red ransom, 1 binder, 1 cryptor. Maliss cards are good.
Those are CRs.
Maliss cards are good. Almost all of them are CRs. White binder, the one that you use as impactfully on the end board, is not CR.
Crazy.
Thanks for calling me out. Terahertz, CR.
So how did you like this guy?
Terahertz is great. It gives you an Omni Negate with Deceive Worm, and it sends Code of Soul as well. So it gives you 2 Firewall bounces and a Spell Trap Negate. Plus, it's just insane for the OTK. A lot of people don't realize.
Oh, really? Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize the first line in this card says negate any monster effects your opponent activates in the battle phase.
Oh, yeah.
So you just go battle phase and swing all of their monsters with an 8k attacker.
What?
The funny part, you end on it, and Tenpai doesn't read it. Like, okay, battle phase. And like,
Yeah.
They get reverse 10 by basically, yeah.
They keep going. Yeah, keep swinging into it. It's gonna work. Deceive Worm to send with Terahertz. Firewall Dragon. You summon him off of Code of Soul after you resolve Terahertz, and you will have 2 bounces with it. The really cute play that I heard about today is when you shifter your opponent and you make Cryptor, and then you have an extra body and link Cryptor for Firewall Dragon, and you shifter them so Cryptor comes back. If they don't play through Shifter, you can Firewall Dragon, bounce back your Shifter. Yep, we are playing Shifter until I say we're not.
they also end on Firewall a lot. Like, if you get,
Oh yeah, there's times
Yeah.
if you get hand trapped,
you get
absolutely.
hand trapped 2 or 3 times, you just go Firewall pass with a trap card, and
Yeah.
it just is really good.
Cool. Link 1. Link 1. Link 1. They keep on printing Cyber's ones of these. We will keep on playing them. This one is just good. Usually this is the first one you burn. This one is an extender, and this one is to turn your drones token into a Cyberse if you need to, a Nib token into a Cyberse. So they're all very good. Link Rebuild also did come up today. Playing into my opponent's 1 set, and I just set this, and then I just played in its link zone for as long as I could.
Do you think Nib actually does hurt the stock?
Yes,
No.
I think it hurts other people. that are playing this deck.
For some reason, all the YouTube combos, like the soccer siege, like, they really like losing to Nib. It's crazy. Like even the 1-card combos in this deck just beat Nib. We just play for it. It's really weird. People just aren't doing it. Doesn't make sense.
Nib's a nice card. It's fun to lose the game to it. Outside of that, you play access code because you can do more silly stuff like make access code and then access code, banish Cryptor, and then Cryptor comes back and it's 5k and this is 10,300. And you can banish a card and it can't be negated because it's pointing to a card.
You sure you're not playing Tenpai?
I'm positive. I was playing Tenpai last format. Haggard Lizardos is very good. Generic 2, banishes 1 for cost, so they can't even interrupt it. Splash Mage is Splash Mage, and this is a Cyberse deck. Kagari for striker cards, Typhon and SP. This is good in engine because you can banish your own stuff from your graveyard, as well as on like the opponent's turn. Instead of SP targeting one of your things and one of their things, if you have like a Link monster or the Malice monsters on board, you can just SP target their thing and your Malice monster because it'll come back.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane how many cards they banish on this, and Typhon is Typhon.
Great. Let's see that side deck.
Clickbait.
Oh, wait, is there one more? Oh, yeah, that's the side deck, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one. This is so, like, yes, you can use it in time, but it's mainly a 1-card SP, because you just go drones or engage into drones, get the token make Kagari, add back drones, link Kagari off for this, and then you have a downward arrow, so you can use this again, link it off for Link Spider, and then you have an SP right there.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's good going second. You take out the Save Worm, because you're not really doing that.
It's cute.
Didn't have to side these in. Sign of a good format. Sided these in. Sign of me knowing Steve.
Did you like them? We saw
God,
the other
it's
Mouse
insane.
player run it. Yeah.
Yeah, Strike is just bonkers. There's even a time against no, your friend, the other Centurion player.
The other Centurion
yeah,
player.
where I shifted him and then back to back. Yeah, that was my only repeated matchup. And they're friends. Sorry guys. Where I just couldn't draw engine, so I shifted him, and then I couldn't draw engine, but I set this. He made a synchro, kill it.
Do you like? So why do you like this over something like Judgment or something? Just do you think it just fits better in this kind of deck?
Judgment is obviously good, but the best value that you get out of Judgment, I find you're just getting out of the strike, hitting the monster before it's summoned. Yes, you can beat breakers, but this deck is already good into breakers. If you Harpies me, I set MTP afterwards after resolving GWC, so it doesn't even matter because I get the relevant trap and you're just hitting non-engine with your lightning storm.
You can't the deck, you can't Slayer the deck.
Yeah, like the deck is impervious to breakers and hand traps, fun fact. So they need to invent a new third thing to beat Malice. So yeah, Strike is good.
Great.
It's called Lancey.
Don't tell the people on the internet about Lancia. It's bad. Lancia is so bad right now. Only the QCRs are good and I'm selling mine. Hey, it's Mulch Armies, so they're good. I play these, 1, because they're good into Snake Eye, which is a very big deck right now. 2, they're decent into Ubel. 3, they're very good into Ryziel. And 4, I can't afford Fuwas.
Awesome.
And Ghost Bell.
This first time I saw this today. How do you like Ghost Ball?
I like it. It's good into the mirror. You also play Lancias for the mirror. Ghost Bell's just kind of generically good. You already play a lot of the generic coverage in the main deck with Ash and Imperm.
Do you like into Ryziel at all? Not really.
I never sided it into Ryziel. I only played it once. I honestly, the main deck's good enough into Ryziel. Like if you're playing, you're playing. If you're not, you're not. So I decided in purrely. Outside of that,
It's really just like the second best hand trap in the mirror
Yeah.
match. Because the end board is just the trap card that revives from grave and then builds the board. So you can just have Ghost Spell, you just beat the whole board.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
if they have a
instantly
instantly they
sold.
counter it, but you just
Yeah.
it's like playing against Math Mech. You just spell the trap.
Sometimes you one hand trap folds their full combo. Yeah, Lancia is obviously good. Bell is also sorry lab players if you're trying to play this format. This deck mains Ash, Impulse, and I side Bell. Have fun with your trap cards.
Yes, sir.
I think that's basically it. That's the whole side.
Great. Any last thoughts on the profile, or happy with it?
Deck is good. Can't think of something. Maybe the side deck a little change. I didn't side in some of this stuff, but even then, I couldn't even tell you what it is off the top of my head that I would change. Deck felt great. Rob is a chef. Matt is a chef. Everyone else in the council is cooking, and I am just enjoying the food.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, and we'll be seeing you guys later.
Hopefully.